It's enough to get me to the boiling point.
Billions, billion, trillions, trillion, million, billion, 400 billion suns. Billion, trillion, billion, trillions of orbiting snowballs. Billion, trillions, million, billion, billions, billions, million, millions, billion, 4 billion-year-old tree. Tens of billions. Have trillions, billions, trillions, billions, trillion, millions, millions, billion years, 100 million. It took nature hundreds of millions of years to evolve a bacterium, and billions of years to make a grasshopper. Billions, trillion, billion kilometers from the sun. Saturn 1.5 billion, Uranus 3 billion, and Neptune 4.5 billion kilometers. Billions, billion other galaxies, each of which contains something like 100 billion, tens of billions of years in the far future. Billion of them, millions or billions, billions of G's, billions, billion, or million, tens of millions of degrees. Billions, millions, quadrillion, billions, billions,
Great job.
How old are you? You took your Xanax today? B. Sauerkraut.
Hey yo, 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 hey yo.
I got you a gift. I know it's a little bit early, but it just came in. No, it just came in. I figured I'd give it to you now.
What's this?
It's Big Chungus.
What is Big Chungus?
Do you like it?
I don't even have a PS4. What is Big Chungus? Is this a joke?
It's Monday once again. The old things that once were are back, Brandon. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Hardline, everybody. We got food news tonight, movie news. I have a food taste test.
Did you mute me just because you didn't want to hear me talk about billions and trillions?
I didn't mute you.
That video is 10 hours long, and he never repeats the same word twice.
I know. We watched the whole thing. It felt like I'm doing my reveal, Brandon.
All right.
Should we bring Buzz in here so we can get his live reaction?
Yeah, I want to see his live reaction.
All right.
But wait, there's more.
All right. I got a haircut.
All right, let's see.
On.
Hold on, I got to switch to the chat so I can see.
I have to put some sort of sunglasses on.
No,
Don't
don't
forget
hide
the
your
earrings.
shit.
2 of them.
Don't put any sunglasses on?
Yeah, no sunglasses. Just do it
See my
live.
bum eye.
Just wear an eye patch.
I saw a guy yesterday wearing an eye patch.
That's right. It's a new style. Everybody's coming back.
I was like, okay. He's wearing an eye patch.
Oh, look at this. Look at this young teenager we've allowed on the Hardline. Look like you could be hanging out with Chimera.
Dude, he looks like Phil from 2012's 8 comic.
Who's this young kid? Yeah, start checking ID.
Well,
Let him in.
Summer cut.
Let him in the club.
You know, we're throwing it back. What have you done? Well, it's back, guys. We're here.
Look, Phil's getting rid of the con crud. You know, you gotta start fresh.
Yeah, it's out of my system.
After meeting all those thousands of people, you know, you gotta.
Well, now it's like rejuvenation, right? We're starting back 2018. All right. And putting in work. It's time to grow that Samson hair out again. What's up? Courtney's in the chat. You got Amy as well. The sideburns are gone. No. Michael Rushbrook. I look like Brandon now.
How dare you? Don't insult Brandon like that.
We got Alan's in the chat. Dale A. Isn't that the same hair as before? That's what my girlfriend always says. Who else is here? Henry Bemis, who told his brother Barber, "Can you make me look like a Cajun superhero?"
Yeah, Barber, can you make me so I'm about to make a name for myself here?
Exactly. Like Cider's in the chat, but he's not. Shout out.
Nobody saw him. No snitching.
Sumo, what's up, Sumo?
Sumo.
We got a great show for you tonight. Plungecast says, "Hey yo, good to see you here." Always. Who else is here? Citizen Ronan. We got the Citizen Ronan news. Mugen 1 is here. Snarkticom. We got some Snarkticom news with his real profile picture. That's his actual face.
I mean, the chat's taking over the news here. What's going on? You're gonna have some sumo news because Angela Curry hasn't been around for like a month. Nobody's.
I know. I saw her in a chat earlier.
What's going on?
Yeah, she's back from Summerfest or SummerCon or something. We'll see if she moseys on in here.
Hanging out with Jamie Piven at Summerfest. Yeah.
Oz is here. Good to see you. All right, let's get on with the show. How was everybody's weekend? This weekend was pretty chill.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warm. Oil change. Did an oil change in the car.
Yeah.
What else? That's about it, I guess.
Steaks. We got some steaks.
Steaks. Oh yeah.
I got
girl, my steak was whatever.
Mine was fine. Chipped. That was good.
Who's making these steaks, Brandon? You gotta call them out. It's outrageous.
They also took forever.
Yeah, they took way too long for what it was. And we were one of 3 people in the restaurant.
No.
They didn't have a large section anybody in the
restaurant. Yeah. We got Eddie in the chat. What's up, Eddie?
Yeah, I went to a local indie show on Saturday, so that was fun.
Nice. Was it good?
Yeah,
anybody lose an eye?
I think everybody made it out alive, but we're still checking a couple of people. Yeah, I got to see Gigi Dolan, one of her first appearances after getting released from NXT. So Priscilla Kelly was there. She was awesome.
Is she still with Darby Allin?
No, they broke up a while ago.
I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, they broke up right before she signed with NXT. So
right before he went to Mount Everest.
Well, the first time he tried.
Yeah. What cut of steak, Brandon?
All right, I don't want to hear it. Don't at me about this. I'm just going to tell you, and I don't want any feedback. All right. In a restaurant, I will order a sirloin, even though a ribeye is technically better. I don't want a restaurant to cook me a ribeye because almost every single time they will not cook it how I like it.
They don't have a ribeye there.
Yeah, that's true, but the fattiness of a New York strip steak is more in line with a ribeye versus a sirloin. A sirloin is a much leaner cut. So you get a sirloin, well done, and they don't snarl at you as much.
Wait, I got the New York strip, Henry. Resub to the channel, please.
Right, that's fine. Ribeyes are fine. I still cook them well done when I cook them at home. Eat a lot of steak, so eating a steak at a restaurant is kind of like whatever. Stippling Vaughn did have a question earlier. I was going to save it for food news, but he's still here. It says, does using an air fryer eliminate seed oils from my food? Asking for a friend. If you're buying prepackaged food from the store in order to fry it, like Dino Nuggets or Smiley Fries, they're going to have seed oils in them already. And, the only benefit to using an air fryer on them is you're not adding any more seed oils.
Right.
By frying them in seed oil.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't eliminate them.
I just made chicken wings. The girlfriend made chicken wings in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Like drumsticks or whatever. From the poultry section of the store. No seed oils. Yeah.
So you had them cooked from scratch in the air fryer. See, I've never done that. I usually just use the air fryer to heat stuff up like old pizza slices or
no. Yeah, and they were cooked. I mean, she's got it down now. They were cooked all the way through, and she seasoned the hell out of them. It was good.
Yeah.
And then she made some old rotten potatoes.
Old rotten potatoes,
aka scallops potatoes.
Are they homemade also, or are they from the Stouffer's prepackaged section?
They're she buys a bag of potato chips and then puts them in a pan, fills it with water.
Oh yeah. If you get the Lay's sour cream and cheddar, yeah, it's a little shortcut.
It was the boxed ones.
There is a charm to the boxed au gratin potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good. It was very good. Thanks for being here, Stippling Vaughn. Good to see you in the chat, man. I saw he was getting some comic signs, shaking some hands.
Yeah.
Over this weekend. He didn't make it to Heroes Con though. Maybe hopefully next year, Stippling.
This guy.
I hope so. We do have a new taste test. Brandon got me these as an early birthday gift. I can only imagine.
Yeah,
that's what it was. These are some cookie Molly B. Yep. Molly B's boba doodles. Burst of boba in a cookie. And then you got this boba guy and this cookie boba guy. And it's cold brew snickerdoodle cookie made with mini cold coffee boba.
You gonna try them?
Yeah,
on stream.
Yeah. There we go.
Opening them up. Shelby should be here for this.
Yeah, I don't know if his cat finally killed him.
Probably, yeah.
He's like, hey, the family's gone. That's my chance to off him.
I think I like snickerdoodles, but you know what I like more? In high school, they used to make these Heath cookies where they were like gooey in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like a Heath bar, whatever the hell that is. It's like caramel or something. I can't open this.
That's fine. They had another flavor too, but I don't remember what it was now.
Well, you know how much I hate coffee, so I'm glad you got me this one.
Well, the other one was like not interesting in any way. What is that? Mel B's cookies?
Molly B. Is it? Yeah, Molly B. It's a stupid resealable top.
Yeah, here. This one is well, I don't think it was this one. They have snickerdoodle cookie with mini strawberry boba.
That sounds amazing. That's the one I would want.
Yeah, well, you got coffee.
Yeah, this one smells like coffee.
Let's see what else they have. Oh, I think the other one was this strawberry lemonade one, and I was like, that's not going to be good.
That sounds great.
No, I made an executive decision that the coffee was going to be better.
These look like uncooked dough balls.
They look like Famous Amos blanks.
Yeah. Let's see. Why is there no light in here? I can't read anything. Ingredients. So you can read the ingredients here. Enriched bleached flour, wheat flour, malted barley. And that's another thing. Wasn't Angela raging about wheat on Twitter this weekend?
Right. Yeah, she got into a certain long-haired man's camp.
Yeah, watch out for those long-haired men. Oh, look, it's got iron and thymine and riboflavin, boric acid, butter. Man, I'm not seeing a lot of oils here, Brandon.
No, at the bottom, a very small amount of palm oil.
Yeah, look, it's like the fourth thing from the bottom. That's crazy. All right. Well, let's try them, shall we? You want one, Brandon?
Do I want one? No.
They fall apart in your mouth like a very crumbly.
Yeah.
I haven't.
So the story with Phil's things, he was shaving, and then he just kept shaving and shaving until he got the Hitler mustache, and then he was just like, "Oh man, I just got to get rid of all of this," and then he just shaved it all off.
I'm like, man, this was so 3 months ago, the Hitler stash. So I got rid of it. There was no boba in that one. I don't taste any coffee.
Well, it's supposed to pop in your mouth and not in your hand.
There's no popping. Now I can't stop eating them because there's no boba. Find one.
There's at least one boba in each bag, I was promised. That one looks like it has nothing in it.
There's one right there.
Are you supposed to cook these?
I don't know. Is there instructions?
Here's what I would say, because I'm going to share my screen here on this one. Because look at this. When you...
Oh, no, I got a boba.
Have the pictures.
It is like tapioca boba. Man, I bet the strawberry ones are so much better. That looks great.
This is a cookie. You're eating a wheat puck.
What do you mean? Are you supposed to cook these?
I don't know. Are you?
Made to graze, whole
Check out
cookie.
the reviews.
Warning, these cookies have been known to turn ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. How to make Jesus... How does Jesus make coffee? How? He brews it.
Jesus?
How does Jesus... Is this a comeback to the Laffy Taffy jokes? How does Jesus make coffee? He brews it.
Oh, he brews it. I thought it was more like he brews it, you dummy.
100% dippable.
Cranberry Langer says you don't cook them. They're already cooked.
Molly B was a single mom in Alaska. What? Down to her last $150.
They're giving anybody cookies now. It's the randos from Alaska.
There's a picture of Molly B back here too. So at 45 years old, she started making gourmet cookies. In just 3 years, she became a national brand.
I'm not buying this. This is clearly made up. Can you ask Grok if Molly B there is for real? This is the cover story ain't adding up.
She's backed by the Hebrews.
He brews it.
There you go. These they're not as coffee as I think they would be, but
not as cookie as you think.
They're not. Yeah, they're not.
That's just a fail all around. So
that too. There you go. Mrs. Stipling in the chat. What's up? I like to try the strawberry ones. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, they sell them at the store. Oh, you know what? I have other food news stuff.
We got a lot of food to talk about.
No, I have on-site food news stuff.
Oh.
All right. If you guys are watching this, hit that like.
I'm going to send it to you on Threads.
Tweet this out. I tweeted it out. You can just retweet my tweet, you know. Actually, I didn't tweet it out. Let me do that.
Me and Brandon making Threads great again.
No, I'm not going to go on Threads. No matter how many times Instagram tells me to make an account. I refuse.
Kids are there. fellow teenager.
Oh, the other one was like a purple bag. Because it's kind
probably
of a picture next to...
It was probably taro.
Yeah.
You ever see that? It's like a potato.
That was a grape drink, it says here.
It's not grape drink.
Purple stuff.
All right, we got Frank. Here we go. I feel like a lot of we've had some similar things on the show before. This is kraut juice. Kraut juice.
Yeah, that's over in the area where they used to have pickle juice by the Gatorades and stuff.
Really?
What's Frank's backstory? He's also from Alaska.
Yeah.
And this, he was down to his last $5 until came up with kraut juice.
Single father.
An instant hit. Yeah.
Now this is to celebrate flavor, it says. Find recipes on frankskraut.com. This is 1905.
Growing up as a young German boy in Argentina, he was down to his last 5 Deutschmarks.
If that doesn't interest you, maybe this does. Ritz crackers, chocolate sandwich, vanilla sandwich.
So I was like, the only Ritz sandwiches we have here are those tiny ones.
Right, that's the tiny Ritz bags, and it's usually peanut butter or cheese.
Cheese. I love the cheese ones, but these are full-size Ritz cracker sandwiches.
Wow, that is crazy. I've never seen that. So this is in the... Where'd you go to, like the World Market or something?
Yeah, this is most of this stuff was at World Market, except for that kraut juice was just at Jewel grocery store.
I would totally try these, but
this is a hit.
Yeah, that might be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a winner right there. All right, and then for all you chip fiends out there,
Chip-Ahoys.
This one seems to be. Is this bag printed backwards or is this picture backwards?
I took it with the face camera on my phone.
So let me try to work this out in my head. Potato chips.
Yeah.
Salted egg yolk. No. Yolk. Flavor.
Yeah. Salted egg yolk flavored potato chips.
It took me a second there. The bag was all warped. Yeah, this guy is a very popular character. This little egg guy in Japan.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, now he has his own chips.
Is he racist?
He's Japanese, probably.
He needs to be doing some sort of salute here.
Yeah.
What's going on here? It's very Elon Musk, you know.
It's an outdated hand signal right there.
Grabbing his heart there.
Grabbing a heart.
Not for the modern audience. Yeah, he's that lazy egg yolk. Yeah, they put him on everything. He's on like
no disavows.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what does salted egg yolk taste like?
I don't know. Should I buy them next time?
No. I wouldn't try them.
You don't want to try them?
No, I'm not a big egg guy. I only like my eggs scrambled unless it's I would eat this Dunkin' Donuts egg sandwich that was kind of good.
Mm.
So
the chat's having a hard time acclimating to your new look, Phil.
You got to deal with it. All right, Alex.
Hey guys, that happened like forever ago since Phil revealed it. Come on.
Yeah.
Should be
Stay
over,
on,
man.
stay on topic here. Ink Spots is in the chat. What's up, Ink?
Oh, what up, man?
See you, brother. See you in the chat. Now is this the ingredients for the chips, Brandon? You sent me here.
They're for the Chip Ahoys.
Oh, these are for the Ritz.
No, they're for the Chips Ahoy cookies that are in the next picture.
Oh, there was another picture. Oh,
Right?
okay, you're right. This picture. This is I can't read that.
Yeah, I just assume it says Chip Ahoy. So if you go back to the ingredients list, I just thought it was funny because obviously that's some sort of Oriental talk going on there. But the ingredients on this, go ahead and look at it.
Edible vegetable oil.
Right. You know,
Wow.
separating it from the inedible version of vegetable oil.
And it doesn't even have like parentheses and tells you what kind.
Yeah. They
Like,
just assume that you're taking the risk, so it doesn't matter.
and then also edible salt is the last ingredient here.
Edible salt?
Yeah.
Not that road salt that we use to melt ice. This is the edible kind.
They also use instant coffee in these cookies. Food additives. Wow.
Instant coffee?
That's what it says.
Are those decaffeinated coffee crystals?
Yeah, that's what the yellow dollops are. That does look cool though, this logo.
Now with real salt.
It's got zero something. Zero probably inedible.
Yeah, zero inedible oils.
Yeah. There you go. So there's your from around the world, all of those treats,
Yeah.
Go get some treats. That's actually where I pick up my violet crumbles all the way from Australia. Is the world market. I haven't had those in a while.
Here's a good question.
Be honest, which Diaz bro get more attention from the gays now? I was thinking now I could go back to wearing my clip-on earring, and it'll be a totally new version.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, we read your Benicio del Toro joke.
I didn't read it. What did it say?
Yeah, it says that joke was almost as bad as this other one I just heard. Why does Benicio del Toro
need anxiety
meds? Hispanic attacks.
His panic attacks.
Yes.
I thought this was going to be a joke about how people say I look like Benicio del Toro.
No.
Multiple people have said that.
This Chinaman is the least offensive slur. I don't even see how that's a slur if you're a guy from China. I feel like it's just a descriptor.
Yeah, you did say the Orient earlier.
Yeah, there was some blow up in the chat about that.
Really?
Oriental is fine.
Tend to just ignore the blow ups.
Yeah.
All right, here's some more food. Now, I don't really understand this one. This is this is a new Buffalo Wild Wings thing. Is this?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm missing a key reference.
Me too. Brandon and I went to Buffalo Wild Wings the first day of Heroes Con for lunch. Remember that?
Yeah, that's true.
There wasn't many people there, and our waitress had this crazy old-timey Southern accent, but she was like 23.
I don't even know if she was 23, but she had like a Southern Belle accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Tennessee Williams character.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. What's up, Dark Gift is in the chat. What's up, Dark Gift? Good to see you. I can't tell the difference between cyans. It's all kung fu to me. Did I say that right? Cyans, man?
I don't know. Maybe you meant to write Siam.
Oh, like the King of Siam.
Right, yeah.
All right, let's take a look. This is Buffalo Wild Wings. Be the first to try mustard.
Apparently he meant to write Asian.
He meant Asians. Damn it. All right. Be the first to try mustard only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Is this because America's bringing the R word back?
Well, yeah, you could just say anything you want now, apparently.
It's a reference to the Kendrick song. Turn the TV off.
Kendrick.
He has a producer called Mustard, and he yells out his name.
Only Buffalo Wild Wings. Order any beef item and get a free bottle.
Yeah.
Yo, Darkest, what up?
Come to our chicken restaurant and order any beef item off the menu.
But look, it's Chipotle honey mustard.
Right.
Regular mustard.
Well, his producer, Mustard, must be Hispanic persuasion. If it's Chipotle honey mustard.
Never heard of him. Well, here's a company that's doing it right. I would say this is not doing it right. All right, because I didn't get the joke. But Olive Garden has joined the fold with new merch. We've seen it from Pizza Hut.
We should have led with this, Phil. Why are you holding out, brother? This is the star attraction here.
So, summer is here. You get your pool floaties. Look at those. Nice. Taking it easy, tortellini pool noodle.
That's good.
Yes. Dude, these are pretty reasonably priced too. 40
Relaxing rigatoni pool noodle, floating fettuccine pool noodle. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not a breadstick one.
Yeah. I feel like they missed that opportunity. They should have just did a big breadstick.
Join the club. You also got it looked like they had a hat.
Yeah, if you go down,
here's your hat, and then this is a little cup floaty for your cup, so it could float away from you while you're in the pool.
Yeah, I think if you order one and then you get a free item.
Free summer bag or hats. The bucket hat. Is it have breadsticks on the bucket hat?
I don't know. Go up.
Enhance. Yeah.
There's no like
well, the other hat picture was bigger than that hat picture.
Oh yeah. It is a breadstick hat. I might have to get.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That my girlfriend likes bucket hats.
Breadstick hat.
Her birthday's coming up.
Zoom
Too.
enhanced.
I don't think I can. Can I pop this out here?
Go to inspect element. And then go into application.
Not here. On. Let me pull this down for a second. Blow this up.
Oh, look who's here. 50 minutes late.
Angela.
Outrageous.
Angela, I cut my hair.
Rad.
Just no regard for the hardline anymore. Now that she's a big YouTuber. See how it is.
Breadstick bucket hat. Super summer vibes bag. And what does that say? Let us chill.
That's the lamest one.
Salad bowl cup floaty. All items.
My guess is 100% right though. Caesar's merch is fire. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Zoom Authority says, I don't get the fascination with Olive Garden. It's just nostalgic, I think. You remember when it used to be good and you still want it to be good.
It's probably fine.
It's not good. It's not.
What's you like Carrabba's better?
No, Carrabba's is awful.
Where do you go for your pastas?
I don't go anywhere for my pastas.
Brandon makes his own pasta.
It's a damn lie.
You know, he's a grown-up.
The last time I went for pasta was last Thursday.
Yeah, you always go for pasta.
No, dude. It's
like
very, very rare.
Once a month or once every other month. We got a Hyper Wizard.
Pretty rare for
look at this Hyper Raid.
Eating pasta every 5 minutes.
Hyper Raid
orders.
Thank you, Jake, for the raid, brother. Appreciate it. Oh, Brandon goes to Spaghetti Factory.
Yeah.
What's up, Well Red? Good to see you. We're checking out the new Olive Garden merch. You can get online for your summer, for everybody that has a pool out there, or if you frequent public pools.
Holy dude, look at how big that rigatoni thing is. I thought it was something that you just sat on. It's huge.
Well, the guy could be tiny.
Awesome.
Still
Dude,
pretty
these
cool.
things are massive.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to drown in that rigatoni pool noodle.
She's eating a breadstick with some sort of dipping sauce while she's on the floaty.
Yeah.
That's
hell yeah.
That's dope. Like she is eating out of an Olive Garden salad bowl.
Dude, whoever was doing this marketing photo shoot is a genius. What is the guy in the rigatoni noodle doing?
He's
just
dunking his
a guy having a good time. Look, because he doesn't have to stuff his face. He's doing what guys do, relaxing and enjoying himself, having a good time.
He's drowning the waiter. There you go.
The little person who kept ruining people's dinners. Yeah.
Yeah. Get it while supplies last, everybody.
Yeah, look at that. Nothing says summer like eating a Caesar salad in a pool.
That's the dream. That's the
I'm gonna
dream.
drop the link in the chat here.
Hey guys. Anybody of you buys any of this stuff, remember to send the hat to Phil for his girl. So
yeah, I'll take that hat.
Get that hardline hook up here, you know. I'm sure he'll send you something nice in return.
Yeah.
I know. Plungecast is leaving for lunch.
What?
Where the hell is this guy?
My God, what's going on?
He's eating
here?
bananas as well.
What?
The whole world's upside down.
Yeah.
What's going on?
There you go. What's up, Oz? Great sage. Good to see you in the chat. All right, more food.
Angela rubbing the steak in Brandon's face. It's just outrageous.
More food.
She's out of control in the chat.
I want that in the shape of a steak. You want a steak pool floaty?
I'm sure they have those.
Angela doxing people in the chat here.
Right.
I'll allow it. All right, I think Brandon sent me some sort of stew video to watch.
He has a stew recipe.
Stew recipe is called for the called the 30 the day 30. Oh, this is the perpetual stew.
Yeah, you know how these people have been doing that?
No, I never heard of the perpetual stew. This is day 30. A man does not eat the same stew twice. I didn't know that either. It's a rule. Is there audio to this, Brandon?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
A man does not eat the same stew twice, for it is not the same stew, and he is not the same man. Welcome to day 30, Stew Crew. I have a lot of things planned to celebrate, but first, the taste. It's pretty much the same as yesterday, but less oily, so I'm happy with the addition of our starchy ingredients. The jicama root ended up being pretty similar in taste to the potatoes. Today, I am offering up a small handful of white pearl onions, these chicken feet that I tossed in tomato paste and browned in the oven. I've never cooked with chicken feet before, so I hope I'm not adding a ridiculous amount here. And for a little bit more protein, the last of the lamb stew meat. Finally, I'm adding in a hefty amount of red wine to celebrate this momentous occasion, 1 full month of perpetual stew. I'm not sure what to expect flavor-wise here, but come back tomorrow to see how it turned out. Thank you for all the support. Goodbye.
So is that so for all the people in the chat who have made perpetual stew, do you just keep it warm the whole time? Or what do? Do you like cool it down and put it in the fridge and then next week you heat it back up again or what?
No, look, he's got the thermometer going.
Right.
171 degrees Fahrenheit. That's perpetual.
Yeah.
It's so
I guess
dark.
it's like constantly cooking. No, you keep it warm.
This seems like something a Boy Scout would do, you know?
This seems like something who is really, really weird would eat.
Okay. Hot take. See, Whack-Ass knows. He says you keep it warm.
So you keep it warm. Oh, it's like adamantium, right? Because once you get it in its liquid state, you got to keep it hot.
Yeah. Exactly. People not having it. Throw it away after 1 week. No, you got to do a whole month.
No, 30 days, dude.
Steak and eggs is better. Sumo says you got to be a mustard to eat a perpetual stew.
Sumo's comment of the night so far.
Yeah, I don't understand this except for, like when Homer was eating that big sandwich and he was keeping it behind the furnace. And then it started growing mushrooms on it and he got sick.
Yeah,
that's how this is gonna end.
End up in the emergency room.
Yeah. See, his last video is gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm in the emergency room."
So I had to have 3 feet of my intestines removed.
Angela said,
got me.
Angela, not a Asian. She says hot pot places reuse the broth, the flavor.
Dude, no.
That sounds disgusting. I almost went to a hot pot place with Wayshak and Fowler at C2E2, and then Wayshak said we're too white to eat here.
Yeah, you're not Asian enough.
Yeah, as in me and Matt. So we went to a Chinese place.
What if he said Oriental? Why can't I say it?
He didn't say it. Old Dirty Fatty's in the chat. What's up? Did we talk about Jim Shooter passing yet? No, we didn't. Yeah, I heard that I heard the news tonight. It's crazy. Rest in peace. I got to see him. I didn't meet him, but I saw him a couple times. Once in Austin for GalaxyCon. Was that, Brandon? Or was it Comic Palooza that we went out for 2 years ago? It's when Chad and our buddies were talking him up at the bar for like hours. They were all super giddy about that. Happy to get a chance to chat with him. And then again, last year at Heroes Con, he was there and talking to everybody at the bar after the show Saturday night. Crazy. I loved his interview that he did with John's Longbox last year. That was awesome. If you guys are looking to watch some content with Jim Shooter in it, he does a great interview with John. Just look that up, check it out. And it was very recently, it was last year. RIP. Let's see.
Some person says medieval restaurants would have a perpetual stew. People would fill their bowls and cook, and the cook would replenish it with more ingredients. The stew could be years old. We don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Olive Garden can whip you up some nice fresh pasta and a salad in a matter of minutes.
True.
They don't have the same pasta bowl going for decades.
Well, it's one noodle. Did you know that?
Oh, it's one long noodle?
They're just pulling one noodle and they just cut it for the bowls.
I see.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. That's interesting.
We do have the technology to update the perpetual stew. It's more efficient now. You know?
Yeah. It's like a quantum stew, right?
Yeah.
Technology is almost there, guys.
I tuned into Jake's stream before this, Hyper Wizard. And he was he's all about like quantum, quantum stew or whatever. Yeah. But he's like talking about the Y-Fellas, and he's like, what if I don't know if this is from something he saw, but he's now saying
came to him in a dream.
This dream he had was about a dog that he's saying dogs aren't really good at smelling. They just have quantum noses.
Yeah.
That tunnel into the quantum zone,
right?
And then know about things,
right? Yeah, pull information from the past or something like
right?
that. Yeah, because as soon
off.
as so there's these birds, right? And this is like the biggest example that they use. There's these birds that have this like color cell or something like that in their eyes.
He says sniffing dogs, which is I guess a new type of dog.
No, those are like, bloodhounds or
hound?
whatever. But what I'm saying is there's these birds that have these eyes that can detect the spin of electrons or something like that. And they use that because that spin of these electrons is like influenced by the magnetic field of the earth or something. And then they use that to navigate. And then now it's like, well, what if every living organism has quantum abilities? So like they're trying to talk about how like maybe humans have these like filament tunnels in the brain that can get information. You know how like there's kind of like these other senses where you're like, somebody's looking at you and stuff like that.
Quantum
it's possible, but once that one thing was broken open with the birds, now it's like, oh, the dogs are probably doing it, and these other things are doing it and stuff.
Yeah, you don't even know what kind of a poll he had in his chat earlier either.
Yeah,
I would just ask him what day is he on for perpetual stew there. And that might settle things, Can't go past 30 days. You end up in the hospital like the other guy.
Oz says this sounds mustarded. Which is a good throwback. Yeah, but this, I don't know if this has anything to do with quantum anything. This is, there's no amount of jail time long enough for this bloke. He's talking about this person in this video. Smelt the key, then chuck it away. All right. Now this is a new type of food.
A lot of people have been asking for a feet loaf recipe. Yeah, I'm giving the dogs out for free. I'm a man of the people, if you will. Listen, if you're going to come to me talking about loafers, you better be talking about meat loafers. Because that's what's going on right here. We got feet loaf, meatloaf, perfectly seasoned feet meat, just the way I like them. And you don't have to do feet loaf. You could do a feet ball, dude. A little marinara and mozzarella on there. Listen, I ain't one to suck toes unless they're 80-20 and smother with a little bit of ketchup. And don't freaking tempt me. I might sit on one of these molds and do an ass loaf next.
I'm going to be serious here. I feel like 80-20 is kind of a high fat percentage to be baking in an oven.
Social media was a mistake.
Quantum idiot. Yeah. Not a fan of, meatloaf. I get a lot of crap for it though.
Feetloaf.
I got a DM from Aaron saying even he wouldn't try that. Outrageous and disgusting.
Shout out to Aaron Calamari. Yeah, not gonna try that one.
Hell, Ronan.
Let's see what else we got here. All the food tonight, and no Shelby.
Yeah,
no
Shelby.
Out, man. Food's his favorite topic. He's the only reason he shows up on the streams is for food news.
He's avoiding
the
Street
Fighter casting.
Yeah, I think he's avoiding the Citizen Ronin news.
Oh, yeah, show that out. That's awesome. It's the best thing I saw all weekend.
I know. It was the best. This week is Independence Day week. 4th of July is coming up Friday. I think we're going to do an early stream if possible, because we do have a giveaway for 7 a.m. stream Friday. Right. We have a giveaway to do for Independence Day. So should I show them?
Wait a minute. Did you say a giveaway stew?
No.
Yeah, it's been cooking for 200 and some episodes.
This has been cooking up though for a little bit. Should I show the giveaway items off tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, you might as well.
Right. I'm set the alarm.
Nice. All right, I gotta go get them then. I'll be right back. Talk to the chat.
So what's up?
Hey
Yeah.
guys, what's going on? It's been a while since we got to talk.
What would you have added to your stew? Your millennial stew or whatever it's called.
I'm not touching any stew. Yeah, get out of here. Imagine somebody, one of your coworkers, is like, hey, you want to try some of this perpetual stew I've had for 30 days? Probably tase them. Like, get away from me, freaking weirdo. What's next? We're gonna be doing meatloaf feet.
I did have another stew topic here. There was bison that boils to death in Yellowstone hot springs in front of tourists.
Wow.
So this bison walked into the hot spring, which is notoriously very hot. Yeah. It's in the name. And then he died.
I think he said that's enough, man. So he wanted to go out the way he wanted to, man. He's a G.
I said throw a potato in, add a couple of carrots, you got yourself a stew, baby.
That's that.
Dude, you know how much that bison probably weighs and how much stew meat they just wasted right there?
Did they waste it? Oh, come on, you gotta grab it and chop it up, you know? You gotta start making the best of a bad situation, you know?
Kayla thinking she's gonna help him.
I wouldn't advise helping that.
No.
Bison.
That's it. It's over.
Angela says, why am I here? You're here because we have the best giveaways. All right.
Here we go.
This week, Independence Day giveaway. We have 2 special giveaways. All right. The first one, let me go a little bigger here for you. The first one, and they'll be both given away on Friday. Can we do 2 different drawings on that giveaway thing?
Sure,
we'll figure it out. The first one is the Bomb Pop Shell Bean.
Wow.
Red, white, and blue.
Look at that.
And I want to be able to insert this in the bottom.
Why? Insert it in the top so it could stand up on the table.
Insert it like this?
Yeah.
No.
Have it standing up on the
table. Better?
Normally, because how else is anybody going to display that?
Well, you put it's retractable, so you could put it in to hold it, and then you could take it out to set it on the table.
Well, then it loses its charm. It needs to have the popsicle shown all the time.
All right, if you could you could Dremel this in there.
That's fine. I can do that.
All right. Bomb Pop Shell Bean.
There we go.
With the stick. Now you know why Shelby's not here. He didn't know about this.
Who did you pre-pick to get that bean?
We'll see. We'll see how nice you guys are to us tonight. That's the first one. And the second one, the second one is...
Oh, yeah, it's the French flag, Phil.
Is the people bean.
The bean pole.
The bean pole.
Still haven't changed the color, huh?
People.
Going with the flesh colors.
I think it's the green.
Color. Yeah.
The green back. Like, he's even got the hood on his back. Hood's down. Yeah. And shout outs to the girlfriend for this one and Hobby Lobby. It comes with mini people baseball bat that reads "We the People" on it.
Amazing.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
Now, I don't know if
this is a way to honor the 250th birthday of the United States of America.
That's right. Nothing screams America like the patriotic bean here.
So this will be given away this Independence Day early Diaz Brothers stream. I don't know if we're going to attach this or send it separate, or maybe you guys, whoever wins it, could to figure out how you want to display.
We'll send it in a separate box.
2 shipping prices. There you go. You guys will be able to win this. And then I wanted to have a sketch card or sketch cover done for it too for a giveaway. but no one's done the sketch covers yet.
You could have told me. I could have done the people
Yeah.
sketch cover.
You could do one. You could do it in a couple days.
I've already switched my art styles.
What does that mean?
I'm not doing people or pinup girls anymore. I announced on Twitter that I'm only doing items of horrific torture and destruction.
That's right.
Well, that's sad.
How did I write that earlier?
Maybe Shelby will pull through and do a people sketch cover for you guys if he likes you. If not,
yeah,
probably doesn't like you guys.
Objects of unimaginable horror is what I put.
I like that. People being America. Brandrami Scar. Ooh, Scar is the people.
Mm-hmm. I'll do the Demon Core with the people makeup on it.
Oh, that'd be sick.
All right. So that's Friday.
The card right here.
That's right.
Yeah, explain this to me. Demon Core sounds like a genre of music.
Right, it's not. It's an object of unimaginable horror.
Uh-huh.
And you can go to zadecomics.com right now and buy this.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ.
The 25 shift there, Brandon.
All right. I'm not sure if it's 25 shipped or if it's another $10 to ship it.
35 shipped.
Excessive.
Still.
Yeah, that was 25 minutes ago.
Yeah, thanks, Michael.
An hour into the show, Michael back.
Glad you're staying up to date. You missed everything.
You see what happens? All these people become huge. You know, thanks to being part of the Hardline chat, they blow up, become big time YouTubers, big time comic creators, and they forget about the little old Hardline here every Monday, slaving away. We gave you like 25 food news topics today. Like, you know,
I bet Bancroft doesn't even remember my sideburns.
I don't know. He's like, Phil's always had this baby face look.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. The Demon Core was a 6.2 kilogram sphere of plutonium used in nuclear experiments at Los Alamos in 1945 to 1946, intended for the third atomic bomb, and it was involved in 2 fatal criticality accidents. So basically, they were doing some experiments with it, and they accidentally killed themselves.
Whoops.
Specifically, on May 21st, 1946, physicist Lou caused another criticality incident during a risky experiment, resulting in a fatal dose and dying 9 days later. And then before that, Harry Dalian accidentally triggered a supercritical reaction, receiving a lethal dose of radiation and dying 25 days later. Yeah, they were like trying to put this lid down on top of it with a screwdriver, like propping it up with a screwdriver, and the screwdriver slipped.
Yeah.
And it caused it to go supercritical and created this radiation blast. And then it killed them because they got exposed to radiation.
Demon Core would be a cool villain name.
They would have been better off with the stew, I think.
You think the stew is better than that? I could do as my next object of unimaginable horror trading card series. I could do a perpetual stew card.
That would be amazing. You'd have to probably charge 50 for that one. But
you think? I think so too.
Everyone's all calling you out, Bren, saying you watched the Y Files for the first time.
No, that's not true. The Demon Core has been around since, I'd probably say, like the mid 1940s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Jake also thought you or I were a Y Files novice.
Novice?
Yeah.
What is going on with these newcomers? Me and Brandon have been talking about the Y Files like for literally since it started. Like, what's going on?
It's true.
Would a novice have one of the original Hecklefish plushes?
It's true.
Boom.
He also has a little tinfoil hat.
That's hilarious.
You got you there. And speaking of Y-Files,
Yeah.
this next topic is a perfect segue from that, and is a reason to play one of our most favorite stingers here. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Breaking news. Trump briefed on Nordic alien hybrids.
Oh, here we go.
This is
There she
amazing.
is.
Because I've seen this. Multiple accounts on Twitter have been talking about this.
Congressman Eric Burleson revealed in an X space, not SpaceX. Be confused.
Right. To be confused with SpaceX.
An X space that David Gruch. So you say his name, Brian?
I think he prefers if you say Grush.
Grush.
I've heard it both ways.
Gave the briefing to Trump. According to Burleson, Burleson's Grush believes Nordics tall whites are only a couple hundred years ahead of human technology and can easily blend into society. I feel seen, I finally feel seen that the news is talking about the tall whites.
Finally, your people,
Yeah.
getting the love.
As one of the tall whites, I appreciate this word finally getting out.
Dude, that X Spaces, this guy's talking about all sorts of stuff. Like I've only caught up into a little bit of it, but apparently
it's 5 hours.
It's crazy.
5-hour conversation.
Like, I need somebody to do like a show breaking down the whole 5 hours step by step because it's crazy.
Yeah, there was Brandon, you were saying someone provided a timestamp.
Yeah, if you scroll down and then get past all of the
AI
ads and the AI videos.
Here's the source.
Yeah, there's the source. There was a correction in there that says that it wasn't David Grush who did it.
Tall whites control America.
Yeah. Tall whites beat the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, hell
Well,
yeah.
There was something different about Larry, it makes sense.
The Birdman.
The Birdman was different, so
there's
it
one
probably
right
got
now.
pushed down. I think it was like 4 hours and 12 minutes in, if I remember correctly.
I think the tall white took identity of Trump's son, Barron.
He's one of the tall whites.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Welcome to the Galactic.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the hell is
Just wanted to hear that song.
Never fall for it.
I did. There he is. So they're here. Tall whites.
I guess.
They're the ones that live inside the Earth, I think, right?
They're inside the Earth?
Or are they from that other planet?
I don't know. They're from another planet. Yeah.
They're from the other planet.
Research this
Are they from that planet that's like orbits outside the solar system?
That could also be the Greys, depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, I thought the Greys were like reticulans from the Zeta Reticuli.
Yeah.
Dark
Are you
side
thinking
of
of?
What's that other planet called?
You're thinking of Romulan ale.
No, no. Nibiru. Yeah. Planet Nibiru. There you go. Nibiru.
Who is that guy that lived in the center of the earth? That came up.
Yeah, Lord Kimboat.
Exactly.
Right.
That's exactly who I was thinking about. All right, so there's your tall white news. Hopefully we'll have some updates in the coming months. We'll see about that. We got unfortunate Snarkticom news. with more chowder
Why are
toys.
you even dignifying this with time on the show? I refuse to respond to it.
All right.
He tagged me in it.
Let's get into the main event. So, show us what
yeah.
Citizen Ronan is doing.
All right, we'll pull up Ronan's here. And then we got some movie news to round it off with. Where's Ronan's piece? Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Now, this is also kind of movie news. Like
perpetual chowder.
Like the chat was saying, the Shell Bean could be so many things, you know? There's many forms, and Citizen Ronan has reinvented the character and put him into one of America's favorite films.
Yeah, a Mike Judge classic.
The greatest comedies ever.
Oh no, Phil! Did you see they're building a chowder tower?
No, stop it. Spell the bean. Sometimes you have to take a break and just sketch something stupid. Shell Bean, Office Space variants.
Yes, amazing.
Like, I knew Ronan had talent, but I didn't know he could go down to this level. I mean, this is art right here.
He just wants his red stapler. You know? Look at that dead plant in the background as well.
I'm allowed to listen to the radio at a reasonable volume.
Amazing. Shout out to Citizen Ronan. Always concocting something cool. That.
Yeah, the beady eyes really sell it too.
Yes. Like he's about to burn this whole place down. That's it perfectly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Put this on your website. Sell it $25. That's the going price for amazing pieces of art these days.
Color this and sell the prints. This
everything sells for $25 now.
Yeah, stuff has to move.
That's right. Speaking of awesome art, the man Kenneth Rocafort done with fulfilling Groken 3. How do you? It's so fast too. It's insane. I think he just started putting them out like a week or two ago.
Or,
I got mine.
You could just say you're done with fulfillment.
Yeah, that's true.
Do that. Yeah, and then you only have to fulfill the people that hit you up and say that they never received their book.
Well, he did say, he put that in the email update. If you don't receive your book, hit me up.
Ah.
But I believe him. I believe
play.
Kenneth. This was awesome. This was my favorite of the series so far. Lots of action. Really cool action too. And I don't remember this out of the first two books. There's like blood. Like it's pretty gory, but since it's so whimsical and colorful, it doesn't seem like brash, you know?
It's like you're watching an episode of the Care Bears.
If it was like done by Ralph Bashki, it's more like the Wizard, like Wizards. Really cool. Awesome stuff.
Wizards a world of whimsy?
Yeah. It's Wizards is a world of whimsy and Nazis.
Okay. So, yeah, I remember Fritz.
Yeah, you should rewatch Wizards.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
It's good stuff. It's fun. So look out in your mailboxes, everybody. Look out for the mailboxes. Oh, also shout out to our boy. We thought he was missing forever, but he wasn't. He was just doing being a part of People Magazine's articles.
Yeah, I heard that if you're going to do a People Magazine interview, you have to go into a 3-month quarantine where you can't talk to anybody.
We got our boy Nick Patera, Nicky P. His wife has written a novel. Her first novel is picked up by big novel company. It comes out tomorrow. It's called, and this is an illustration by him. I assume this is his wife and his kids there.
Yeah. Her kids play with airsoft guns too, I see.
Those are BBs? Yeah, what are those? Maybe they're peas. But Nick has been helping his wife edit this book and get it out there. It's dropping tomorrow, July 1st. It's called Party of Liars. Let me see if there's a shot of the cover here. Oh, he did some. Oh yeah, here's the cover. It's like I would assume this is a book for Amanda B. Right? If Amanda B reads books, but it's about a party and a murder mystery thing. So check it out. He's been an awesome friend to us, and you can get him on Amazon or any bookstore, Barnes and Noble. Party of Liars. It's only like $28, and it's a novel. So if you like murder mysteries, go grab this. Grabbed a couple of them. Drops tomorrow. Shout outs to our boy. That's where he's been. You know.
Yeah, what is he doing? He's counting peas on the ground. He had to hand draw every one of those peas.
He did. Oh, there's one more food news thing here. This is, you guys ever shop at Costco?
No.
Yeah, I'm not allowed at Costco.
Romy says it sounds like a chick book. I think it is a chick book. You'd be correct there. But I also think all books, novels are mostly chick books. I think the novel industry is ran by females and female writers.
Yeah, look at the Oprah Book Club. She's pretty close to being a female.
Costco is a good place to buy brisket. Is that true?
You probably could buy brisket there.
Would you? Don't you have to cook brisket forever though?
Yeah, it's
like
funny because like you have to cook it so long because it's not the greatest cut of meat in the world, but it's like one of the most expensive things you could buy right now.
That's crazy.
You know, it's exaggerating, but it's pretty damn expensive. Like the meat shouldn't be expensive. It should be the process of having to cook it for 3 days that makes it expensive at a restaurant.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it should be cheap when it's uncooked.
Yeah.
All right, Costco. This guy finally paid off his Costco hot dog.
Dude, I just noticed today, I've been seeing these payment plans on everything. And I don't know if you did this or it's just something that happened, but so like if let's say, for example, you wanted to buy this Demon Core sketch card on zadecomics.com. You could finance this with Klarna right now. And in only so many easy payments of $6.50 a month, this Demon Core sketch card could be yours. Look, it's got a nice back to it and everything.
Nice. Is it signed back there?
It's signed on the back.
Nice.
See it?
Yeah. So I mean, you can do a payment plan for anything now.
You can do a payment plan, and it's for some reason available on our website.
Yeah. And look, Angela says I still can't find my Lost Pages. You could buy another one off of zadecomics.com, Angela. Especially if it's Lost Pages 3, because I think we're out of the first ones. By all means. And they get Bisley to sign it. Angela, did you go to that convention this past weekend? Tell us about it in the chat. That's where you've been, haven't you?
How many Krugerians? I don't know.
So if you guys are
drawing Scar as a Demon Core.
Hello.
No, I don't think he has. So there's a last bit of food news there for you.
I have kind of food news. I bought this face lotion that's made out of beef tallow.
That's not food news at all.
Yeah,
that's more your soap channel news.
Look at that. It's made out of beef tallow and it smells like beef tallow because it's unscented.
Doesn't it have honey in it? Shouldn't it smell like honey?
Yeah, it doesn't smell like honey. It smells like beef tallow. It has, what does this say? Manuka honey, jojoba oil, olive oil,
jojoba,
and grass-fed beef tallow. It doesn't taste like anything either.
Monomachus is all about your face lotion, Brandon.
I guess it kind of does taste like honey a little bit.
You could lick Brandon's face. Women, man.
Out of control.
What's up, Jolly? Good to see you. Does sound gay.
Yeah, you'll see how gay it is. My face is glowing.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It already sounds gay.
Please use sunscreen. Let me tell you, I went to Six Flags Water Park on Saturday for several hours, raw dogging it, no sunscreen.
That the Six Flags Doug Mankey used to work at?
The very same, except this is the additional water park that was not around when he worked there. Zero sunburn.
Sumo rubs spam oil on his face for ultra smooth skin.
It's the preservatives that keep him looking young. Yeah, Six Flags. So when we got there, they had the wave pool, right? And then they have all of the little cabanas and the lounging chairs around the wave pool, which you now have to pay to use.
You have to pay to use the wave pool?
No, you have to pay to use the chairs.
Oh, just the regular.
Even just the regular chairs. Yeah. So like nobody's using them now. You remember how before it was like people would set up their families there and stuff. Now barely anybody uses them. So we go over there. Wave pool's completely empty.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna rent one of these like little tent things for whatever reason. And
bougie.
It wasn't my idea. Well, anyway, so we're like waiting, and the wave pool's still closed, and it's like half hour because they'll do like those routine safety tests. And so I don't know, somebody found out, and they're like, "Oh, somebody threw up in the wave pool some huge amount."
Yeah.
And they were just waiting for it to like filter out and add chemicals to reach like a certain balance and stuff.
Yeah. That sucks. No, it's not in St. Louis. There's one north of us, like by an hour in Illinois.
Six Flags Great America.
Yeah, it's on the border of Wisconsin and us.
Yeah.
I said the one that Doug Mankey used to work at.
Right.
Keep up with this.
Yeah,
awesome.
so that happened. Is the Batman ride still up? Yeah, but they changed the Batmobile. It's not the same Batmobile from the Batman 89. They took it and they made it some stupid looking Batmobile that's very derivative of that one, but retarded looking.
You don't even have a picture of it.
I could bring up a picture of it right now.
Angela's drunk. She's really happy with her Sick Flags joke.
All right, here it is. Look, don't even start the next topic, Phil. It's right here. Look at how stupid this thing is.
Yeah, I feel like I saw it the last time I was there.
Look at how cool this is.
Yeah.
Okay, look at how dumb this thing is.
Yeah, and it has the
We
new
got big exhaust here. We got thin fin. We got hood scoop on the roof. Isn't scoop on the roof cool? Scoop on the roof? Not this amazing piece of art. No Batmobile will ever look cooler.
Go to the one next to that picture.
This one?
With the logo. That's at is that at the same spot, please?
This is not the one that's at Great America.
Because they're using, isn't that the new 52 Batman logo?
Maybe, but this is not at Great America.
All right.
Great America is like,
yeah, that's it.
This one probably.
Yeah, it is. New mobile. The new mobile. And there's a mobile behind it, that like spinning thingy.
Yeah, they changed it from being a regular mobile to a DC villains mobile.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, a lot of stuffs are changing. I didn't know this.
So
yeah, it does look like a very adolescent design. Did you know this, Brandon?
No, I don't remember if I sent this to you, but
you probably saw it because I retweeted it. Vincent D'Onofrio played this guy in Men in Black.
He just wanted some sugar water, man. It did him bad.
What was his name? His character's name?
Edgar.
Edgar?
Yeah.
It's awesome. I didn't know that. Crazy. Mind blown. Put my hands on my head like this. No one knew that. You didn't even see this movie. If you haven't seen The Mask, you haven't seen Men in Black, Bancroft. Get out of here with this.
Right. The Private Pile thing makes sense because he looks exactly the same. Right? This guy on the left in no way looks like this guy on the right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't have hair in that movie.
Imagine this rain. He never had hair. That's a wig.
He's never had hair. That's not true. There you go. Yeah, this isn't Norm from Cheers, Michael. More movie news. Also, things I didn't know. This guy didn't know it either. He says, I totally didn't know this was a guy in a suit. I thought Colossus in X-Men 3 was CGI. Did you see this, Brandon?
That's a guy in a suit?
Well, yeah, watch.
Show some emotion.
This is a behind-the-scenes outtake.
Yeah, but is this like the fake outtake that they make for a Toy Story?
No, it's a mask. He's talking. You can hear him in there, and it's all muffled. Hold on.
Dude, this video is really selling me here.
Oh my god. I had to scroll it back now.
Click on the source.
Show some emotion. This is X3. This is all about emotion. Ready?
Dude, that kicks ass. That's
Isn't that
so
awesome?
cool.
It looked like a freak. I always thought it was CG.
Well, I'm sure a lot of it was CG, but just the fact that they did that, I want to see him bend his arm again. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It doesn't even like wrinkle or anything. Unless, maybe up close it would, but it looks great.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Even though I'm not a huge fan of this particular design, I like the earlier one where it had like the ribbing like he does in the cartoon.
The slats, yeah. And X2 was great. But that was CG,
Well, who knows now?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be one of those fake outtakes like they do in Toy Story.
Come on, Oz. You didn't think this was a guy in a suit, all right? When you saw X3, come on.
They're saying it's fake.
It's not fake.
It's a staged blooper, Phil.
Oh my goodness.
Like when Woody fell backwards into that roll of tape.
Yeah.
His butt got stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to cut the scene and reset.
I do remember that. This, speaking of X-Men, this past weekend, I think this is the new Queen of the Ring. I didn't watch it yet. No spoilers. Jade Cargill comes out full Dave Cockrum. Or no,
White Queen.
Jim Lee.
Obviously.
Jim Lee Storm.
That's not Emma Frost.
Oh, it's Storm. She's got the lightning bolt on her choker.
So the two guys that were next to us at Heroes Con,
big
leftoids, right? And complaining about just stuff. Couldn't do
really
it
wanted us to go to the auction.
Asian accent, huh?
They really wanted us to go to the auction.
That's fine. But they were talking about how there was this black girl at a convention who was dressed like Emma Frost, and everybody thought she was dressed like Storm just because she was black.
Okay.
Like, that's a pretty close costume where the skin tone really sets which character you are. And they're like, it was such a shame because she was Emma Frost.
I was not here for that
conversation. She looked like she was Storm. Huh?
I wasn't there for the conversation.
No. You have these quantum ears like I do that could hear backward in time.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I was like, okay. Emma Frost, like, great.
How hot was she is the real question.
She probably wasn't that. Right. Oz is right. Look, if you're going to go as far as doing Emma Frost, you just do the white face.
Yeah.
They did it in White Chicks.
She is the White Queen, right?
Yeah, she is White Queen.
Shouts to the White Queen. All right, more
I just
movie
gotta
news.
say, before we
Oh, go
move on, Jade's a really impressive cosplayer. A shit wrestler though.
Is she still bad?
Terrible. Couldn't even have a great match with Asuka. So,
Is that what this match was for this past weekend?
Yep.
Damn. And she won?
Yep.
Damn. That sucks.
Yep.
I watched I didn't get to catch it live because it was at 1 p.m. because it was in Saudi Arabia on Saturday. So I was watching some of it last night. I caught I think like the first 4 matches. The Rhea Ripley match was awesome.
Mhm.
Like they did a really good job. Her
Rhea's actually good.
yeah. It was
So
like
was Raquel's solid also.
everything looked really solid.
Basically, every woman on the roster is better than Jade is.
Yeah.
Even like the newer NXT girls are better.
She's got the body.
Got the look. That's about it.
Yeah. I'm not in Saudi Arabia. They were. Yeah, I hope it's
Hardline hasn't sold out yet, like CM Punk. No
right.
apologies. No apologies for blood money remarks.
We're not in
from
Saudi.
our side.
Yeah, I hope the X-Men movies are good.
Not going to be.
They won't be. Yeah.
No.
Anything else we can
Don't worry about
win for you while we're here?
What's that?
Said anything else we can ruin for you while we're here?
Yeah.
It's a break it to you.
Well, here, we'll ruin this one for you. Sony announces reportedly cancel of all of its planned Spider-Man spin-off films.
Oh, thank God.
What did they have next? Because clearly they weren't going to continue Madam Web. They ended Venom, right? They weren't going to do It's Morbin Time 2.
Wasn't that?
And they sure as hell weren't going to do a Craven 2.
Right. Silver Sable. No, I think they did plan to do another Venom because they only introduced Null in this last movie.
Venom 4 after.
Morbin 2?
Morbin 2.
Venom 7?
Yeah, I thought we were going to get like a Changeling movie, isn't a Chameleon, excuse me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Chameleon. That was going to be a thing, right?
Yeah.
I think there was going to be a Chameleon. But hopefully we get Morbius in the
MCU.
MCU.
We're going to try a freaking Vulture spinoff or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
So there's good news.
Morbius a great movie? What? There's no way. Did you see it? I'm just guessing.
He's just Morbin. All right.
Even Morbin a little too much.
No, that's Craven, not Gazar.
Gazar.
All right. Here's the last movie news of the night. We talked about this last week. The not alluring Chun-Li casting for the new Street Fighter film.
Twig legs.
With that face. Yeah. Come on.
She needs to like wear a heavy latex prosthetics on her legs.
Yeah, she needs like George Michael's muscle suit, but from the waist down instead of up.
Exactly. We showed them last week, Moromi. They're non-existent.
She's just got regular Asian girl legs.
She you can look her up on Instagram, Kalina Liang. It's kind of a cool name. So we have had more news for the Street Fighter film. It's becoming quite the cast. It's
quite
like
the
modern.
Yeah,
it's like the modern day Clue cast.
Yeah, it's like if Wizard actually got millions of dollars to cast their terrible cast.
Yeah, this is
it. This is it coming to life.
Wizard fan casting.
Yes.
Here we go. Balrog is being cast in talks. 50 Cent. Oh, this is actually an official cast as Balrog. 50 Cent.
Curtis, give me a break.
Look at that.
Nothing says badass boxer like former G Unit rapper.
He could do it. I believe in him.
He's based on Mike Tyson, by the way. You can clearly see, Curtis has it down.
We should maybe we'll get an Eminem appearance as well.
Ooh.
Buddies.
Too dark. You're saying
He's
bad
too
casting. He's too dark.
Yeah, maybe we can get some his buddies in there. Eminem could be like Fei Long or something.
Yeah. Hot Chinese speed skater. Yeah, you need somebody with the giant thighs. Speed skater.
All right, so they're 0 for 2 now. Let's see who else they.
You don't like 50 Cent as Balrog?
No, this is fucking terrible.
Mike Bison, man.
Yeah, are they gonna use the Japanese?
Hell no.
Well, I guess not, right? Because originally, in the Japanese, the original game, he was M. Bison.
He was Mike Bison.
It was Mike Bison, and it was for the American port they changed it because it was too close to Mike Tyson. They didn't want to get sued.
Yes.
Right.
It's one thing to look like him. It's another thing to have a similar name.
Yeah. All right, and now this was not in my Street Fighter bingo card. I would have guessed they put Dan Hibiki into the movie, but he's
is James Gunn in doing this movie also, because this has forced comedy all over it. This has like joke a minute laughs.
You might as well put Bobby Lee in here as Ryu.
Great cast.
Bobby Lee is Ryu.
Bobby Lee. Can we make a hashtag for that? Can we start some petition?
Bobby Lee in Street Fighter. He's got to be someone.
Street Fighter.
Who could he be? Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Hakan.
Yeah, we
Bobby
need
Lee's E-Honda. Bobby Lee in a fat suit.
Yes.
E-Honda. Exactly. Wow. There you go. That's the big movie news.
Isn't there more?
I think that's all I saw. Was there
more?
I
They have a
some more names. Yeah.
huge cast roster already.
Huge rollout.
Oh, cool.
They have like Roman Reigns as Akuma.
Yeah.
Oh, did we already talk about that? Reigns is Akuma. Blanca's being played by Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I figured that would have been backward.
This movie
because I figured that Akuma would have more lines than Blanca, right? So you would want somebody who's actually had acting roles before as Akuma.
Jason Alexander is going to be Dawson.
Jason Alexander from Seinfeld.
I mean, he does have range, so
his balls are
shallow hell.
Yeah. Could be good. And then this is from our boy Hal Comics in the chat. We were talking about Absolute Batman a couple weeks ago. You saw the new introduction to Absolute Bane that we looked at with his tiny head. Alan came up with his version. This is Absolute Lobo.
Oh my god.
The absolutist main man.
Absolute crabs.
He's got crabs and his stogie is bigger than his head.
Yeah. That is a Robusto sized stogie.
Yeah, this is outrageous. Sales are going to be through the roof on this.
He needs an absolute bra. That's what he needs.
The man's here.
Just have the Batman logo over his tits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not request those jugs.
Bigger.
Yeah, Phil was like, "That's cool, but can you make them absolute?"
Yo, Oz has a good casting choice. Alan Richson as Guile. He'd probably do a good Guile. You got to give him that crazy hair though. I'd see that. Joe Rogan cast as himself in Street Fighter.
Yeah, man, he's a badass. He's about
He's
to
the new
whoop the
character.
Liver King. You know, Liver
He's
King
the
got
main
arrested
character?
before he got his ass whooped.
Oh yeah. You could have taken him.
Wasn't there some big like fast news that came out?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Fast
that was
X.
reported.
Yeah, what was that? Talk about that, Brandon. They want to use AI to Fast X someone.
No, that's just the speculation, but they want to bring Brian Earl Spillner back for Fast X Part 2. That's the character that Paul Walker famously played before he died.
But he's been in the series after his death.
Not really, only for
Yeah.
that scene when he does like the farewell drive away. They didn't really bring him. I don't think they bring him back at all after that.
No,
Because they had to use his brother as like a body double for that scene.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I also read an article. I didn't read the article. I just saw a little bit of the headline and a little bit of the write-up that said that they want to go back to just LA street racing in the final one.
well, I thought they were going to go into space next.
They already went into space.
No, I mean they were going to go conquer and fight different people and planets. You know, race
Well,
aliens. You know,
what's going to happen is I think the hell is his name? Vin Diesel's character. His Charger engine now has quantum abilities, allowing him to travel backward through time, back to the early 2000s, beat himself in a street race.
and close the loop.
Yeah, close the loop finally.
No one could beat me but me.
Except me. Yes.
He travels back in time to make sure that Brian beats him in that very first street race when he almost had him.
Oh, that would have changed everything.
Yeah. He teams up with Brian
It's like a Futurama
so
episode.
that he could
Yeah.
beat. What the hell's his stupid name in the movie?
Dom.
Dom, yeah. He has to beat
Look,
Dom.
he plays Vin Diesel.
Basically.
Basically.
Yeah.
This is true. I just want to see Redline.
There is a Redline movie.
Look, I
No,
say
yeah.
as long as they promise to make it the last Fast movie, they can do whatever they want. Bring Brian back but they have to promise this is the last one, no more. And don't get a pass.
Well, yeah, what else could you do? Like Moromi says, you can't go back after space. Yeah, the only place you could go is time.
Underwater, man. Underwater. Submarines. Let's race submarines, man.
They've already been on ice, right?
They did submarines already.
Yeah, but that was in the water.
That was on ice.
They cheated, all right? They cheated. You need to get them deep in the water.
Atlantis.
If this movie doesn't have time travel in it and do exactly what I say, they're
Like
bad
this is-
writers.
I say they just remake Armageddon. And that's the final movie ends. It's a scene by scene remake of Armageddon.
Wait, wasn't the last one left on a cliffhanger?
Right.
All other movies end on a cliffhanger.
But yeah, well, because Fast X is a two-parter, so it's Fast
Right.
X Part 1. Fast X
So
Part
this next one's Fast X Part 2 with Jason Momoa again?
Yeah.
All right,
and
cool.
Gal Gadot.
I'm ready for
Gal
that.
Gadot on a submarine
Yes,
again.
Yeah, they're going underwater, man. We're going to get it. Deep
How did
underwater.
she I thought she died. How did she survive?
She didn't die. She fell off of an airplane that wasn't even off the ground yet.
How did Han survive after his car blew up with him in it? Right?
He conveniently went down into the sewer
Yes.
before the car exploded.
He's raised by rats now.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody go watch Redline, the anime, and then watch Redline, the movie with Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, Dom has to race against the tall whites.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
See?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Nordics kidnap him and bring him to their planet to race. Yeah.
Speaking of Nordics, you have any Nordics in the Rated the White Leopard?
I mean the Vikings kind of look like the Nordics to the inhabitants of the island. So
Look
yeah,
at that.
guys. please, if you haven't already, go give a follow to the pre-launch page for the Drawn Aces Comics Group Anthology. We're about 31 days away, man. It's almost here. Like, next thing you know, we're going live on Bancrofts, 5 short stories, amazing art, guys like Barbusco Comics, Maxi Dallo, Rafael Crestani, Avery Butterworth, Joe Ball. A couple surprises in there that we people are gonna see when they get their books. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun anthology, an awesome cover by the great Hal Comics. And yeah, it's just so some new stories. We will introduce Xavier into the universe. We doing this original story called Blue Blaze. It's really interesting and beautifully drawn by Joe Ball. So yeah, it's just a really fun project. So please go check it out. Give it a follow. Give it a retweet if you can. Try and get as many eyeballs on this as we can before the launch. You know, I'm reaching out to everybody with a YouTube channel. I'll be DMing you to come on and talk about it. Thanks to everybody who's already lined up interviews. Trying to make this. This is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be 60 days, so it's gonna be a hard 2 months. No extensions, nothing. Trying to get this thing funded. It's a pretty basic campaign, but we'll have some cool stuff if we reach some stretch goals. I got a lot of cool art and different things that we can do, as we get higher into funding. So yeah, I'm something I'm really proud of. We're down to, I think, 2 pages to go of art. So everything's on track to go, man. So go give it a look.
Yeah, getting these bad boys done and ready to get out there. Good turnaround time. It's gonna be dope. I just dropped the link there in the chat. Everybody go sign up if you could. And if you guys are channel members out there, we've had some awesome memberships that have been gifted over the last couple of weeks. So you guys still have time. You can go over to the membership tab, membership over here. I think that's what it is. Yeah, here we go. And now that you guys are members, you have access to this post. I just posted this up the other day. And you could read the newest Masquerade strip drawn by the Howl Comics. Alan in the chat there. If you guys loved that Absolute Lobo, you'll dig this this strip. This is strip number 11 in the Masquerade series. It's formatted like a comic strip, newspaper strip. It's taking place. It's all serialized, so it's one story arc right now. We're in the middle of the Masquerade's girlfriend getting kidnapped by Boss Brass, who's this crazy, badass, mechanical robot who's created by a mysterious man. And everything's coming to a head right now. This is going to be an ongoing series that I kind of write in my downtime, and Alan whips up when he has extra time. And we use some of the membership funds to fund this, and hopefully we'll get up to I don't know how many strips, but we want to print this. So right now each strip is 2 pages basically, and it's been fun. So if you guys do go over here, read it. There is a if you click here, this is the drive folder, and you can read all of them sequentially, and then leave a little comment down here. Let us know what you think. The art is awesome. It's
I mean, that image alone right there sells it, but the actual strips themselves are sick, man.
Yeah, the Masquerade there, that was like one of the first concepts. But yeah, he's going crazy with these the backgrounds and the strip. I love the silhouetted panels and just all the character he puts into each person. There's
just something like that bottom panel there, you can tell so much from that guy. It's great. Yeah. The great little touches he puts in. It's fantastic.
Super art. Fun. Yeah, it's a blast putting these together. And that's and otherwise, like other stuff we're doing, Brandon's drawing Magic Cop 3 right now.
That's right.
Or so I hear.
When he's not drawing Demon Core, he's drawing.
Yeah, when he's not drawing the horrors of the world.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually, what I was doing today is I got through the formatting of the chapter of Bikini Girls in the Butt Book 2.
Oh,
I did the formatting of those pages. Now I'm on to the characters chapter.
Nice.
And then after that, it will be
Are you gonna do put
Comics.
Angelique in that?
Comics chapter. Why? Yeah, Angelique is in the comics.
One of the characters?
Chapter.
Oh, comics?
Yeah, actually, there's two Angelique drawings. There's the one where she has the little.
Oh, the one with the Akula plush.
The Akula plush.
That might be the best thing you've ever done. I was looking at that the other day. I was going through my original art. I was looking at that. I was dying. I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot about this. This is fucking great."
I could show that real quick.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here?
Yes, I'll pull up some pages here too. Oh my god. I only remember the plush for some reason.
Yes, I did this on a long time ago.
Yeah, this is forever ago. I was going through my original art.
That water is really cool.
Yeah, you have the original of this one?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Awesome. Yeah, so there's that one, and then the other one is the more recent one. Is this one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the pinup.
The one from the campaign. Anybody's interested? I still have some of those available. I sent some to Brandon. I still have a couple left. So anybody interested?
Citizen Ronan says, "Are you going to put those masquerade strips together in a book?"
Yeah, I would love to. I have the story arc plotted out and then like a follow-up to it as well. So I'd like, once that story arc is done, I'd like to either fund it some way, crowdfund it, or have it so we can put it into a book. And
it'd be something that's already like done too. So like you would just be crowdfunding to print it and ship it. So
yeah, we'll see. I don't know if we should color it or just leave it in black and white, but the way I would want to print it is landscape style. So the front cover would look like a regular cover, but you would turn it sideways and open it like this to read because it's like a strip. So like you're like Calvin and Hobbes strips, books, collections like that. I would love to do that. It'd be super fun. And we could just, take our time with these and work on the side and already have it done because we're getting some cool membership funding for that. It'd be good. And then some other stuff we're working on right now. Check this out. This is a new page from the Western, from what is issue 2, I think, chapter 2, basically. Oliver working hard on this. He should have the next page to me, I think tomorrow, he said. This is a little flashback scene of some miners attacking this Native American camp.
Stupid miners, they should be in school.
Yeah. This is crazy. The horses are awesome. It's gonna get a little gory action here.
Yeah, it's a great
arrow through the back of the neck. Look at that. Crazy cool.
That's dope.
So this is coming along. A lot of stuff in the works right now.
All right, grinding away, people.
Yeah. Grinding, and I got to get back to writing as well. I got, more Magic Cop, more of the Western, more Lost Pages forward to write. So this summer is going to be all production. And what we want to do for the next thing is, if we could get ourselves printing our own books, I want to print a preview, that issue 0 for the Western, to get that story out to you guys and build some hype around it. So it's going to be sweet. That's what we're working on. I think the next, we're going to find out if we're going to get into Fan Expo Chicago, which would be in August. I think the 3rd weekend in August. And and if we do, I want to have those issue 0s for the convention, because I'd like to have something new for these cons, and then maybe the Buck Book as well, Buck Book 2.
That'd be dope.
Cool. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll be in Terrificon in August, so looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm just going as a fan. I won't be there selling anything. I'll be buying and meeting people. So be fun.
What if anybody recognize you recognize.
I'm sure they will. Yes, last year I saw Vaughn there. I saw Billy Tucci there. I saw Neff there. Saw the Project Neosis guy there. So there's a bunch of familiar names running around. There's Bum Benton. I'll be there with my best friend. We'll stop by and say hi to people.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to get out to that con maybe next year because I know Bisley always goes. He's usually there. It's one of his main state conventions. And then tomorrow, for all you guys in the chat, I made a Heroes Con walkthrough video. This is about, I don't know, it's less than 20 minutes long. It's probably like 17 minutes. But that's going up tomorrow at like 1 p.m. There's a premiere for it. You can jump in there, hang out. If not, catch it later. But I just walk like from our table all around the con, saying hi to everybody that we know and checking out some cool stuff. So you guys could see kind of the layout of the convention and all how much of it is Artist Alley. It's pretty crazy. So definitely watch that. That would be dope. The Pair of Anguish. You want to draw?
Maybe after I do the Perpetual Stew one. We got to see how well this Demon Core sketch card sells first. Thinking of doing a Demon Core t-shirt line. Like a run of t-shirts. Yeah, maybe like a polo, like a black polo. And over here on the left chest, the Demon Core embroidered.
Yeah, we'll see how well that sells. We could sell, put up any shirt you want on there.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down a line of objects of unimaginable horror shirts.
Yeah. Oh, also people or anyone in the chat right now that bought a copy of The People, the blank sketch cover, you should have gotten an email requesting for a review. If you could leave a review, that would be awesome. And say a little something, about it.
Yeah.
Your opinion of the book.
Yeah, you just ask Grok to write your review.
Yeah, that's another great idea. Just have Grok do it. Post the review. We still have a bunch of copies of those on the site. So if you have not, grab one of those. What about
the elephant foot? That's a good one. I don't want to get pigeonholed into radiation poisoning objects of horror, I want to keep it a little loose, expand it out there. So, but I like where you guys' heads are at. That's good.
Yeah. What about Danny Elfman's face?
Yeah. Yeah, that's more nightmare fuel territory than object of unimaginable horror.
Yeah. Well, if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below after the show here. And I think that's a wrap on the Hardline tonight, guys.
That's it.
We were forsaken by Shelby,
yeah, what's up with that? I wanted to show him my card.
I wanted to show him the 2 new Shelbeans that he could possibly win for Independence Day.
Yeah, he could win and burn them, yeah.
The French and People Shelbean.
Right.
So we'll have those Friday. Stay up to date with all your beans.
The Iron Maiden. Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, the sketch card is up on Zade Comics. You can go on there, zadecomics.com/ZadeArt. Pick up your Demon Core sketch card. And we'll see what the next object of unimaginable horror will be.
Yeah. Yeah, stay tuned next week, guys. We'll be here Friday, and hopefully we'll try to send you to another video right now. Hit that like button. Thank you guys for hanging out here, and have a great rest of your week.
Peace.
Good job on the flip-flop, everybody.
it's over.
Well. Bye.